Okay, I think we can start now. Mahmoud and Margaret, are you okay?
Yes.
Yes, I am good to start. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, first of all, welcome everyone to today's webinar. This is the first webinar of the series of webinars for this academic year, organized by Classera and Intel, and of course, on the Intel Skills for Innovation. And I'd like to welcome you all. My name is Hussam Fahmi. I'm the Global Partnerships Manager for Classera, and I will be your co-host for today. We have our guest from Intel, Miss Margaret Bordo. Thank you for joining us today. She will be the main speaker today. And also my colleague, my dear colleague Mahmoud Sirak from Classera. Uh, Margaret, the floor is yours if you would like to start, please.
Well, thank you so very much. I am super excited to be here and to join you all today. This is my first time getting to present with Classera, so I'm super excited to get to be here to join you all for the first of the series and the transforming learning in your classroom with Intel Skills for Innovation. Before we get started today, I wanted to give a few background items. One, why are we here? What is the objective of today's of today's webinar, and what can you expect to take away at the end of today's session? First is to really just raise awareness for all of you who are attending, and your understanding on what is Intel Skills for Innovation and what it can potentially, provide for you, to hopefully empower you as an educator to use the SFI program by showing you, what are the items that are available for you to use that are on the platform, and a little bit on how to use them. And to encourage the exchange of ideas through a couple of quizzes and just kind of polls that we have. And those are always sometimes a little tricky, so hopefully we'll be able to have some great engagement with those, and be able to collaborate in this virtual environment today. A few housekeeping things as we get started. If you're a note taker, please, grab a pen, paper, or however you choose to take your notes, and have those available. I know we are recording this as well, so I assume that it will be available afterwards if needed as well. There are a few QR codes today that can be scanned, so if you have a device nearby that has that capability, that may come in handy here in a little bit. Please feel free to ask questions. We will have an opportunity for Q&A at the end of my section. So please feel free to put any of those items in the chat. I will try to be looking at that, as well as have an opportunity to address those questions at the end. And if you need any help with anything, please let us know. I have two other great individuals from Classera that are here to help us get through this session today. And to kind of jump in and give you a little bit of information about myself, if you've attended any of our webinars before, you have seen Crystal, but I get to have the opportunity to work with Crystal, and she's absolutely fantastic and has been such a great advocate for Intel SFI, and I'm so lucky to get to work with her. But a little background about myself and how I came to this position and with you all here today. Like I said, my name is Margaret Purdue. I am from the US, specifically Kansas. If you are at all familiar with the US, it's right smack dab in the middle. It's it's a very rural state with lots of farmland and things like that. But it is where I have lived my entire life. I am an educator by trade. My degree is in elementary education. I taught in the classroom. I taught middle school, so 11 and 12-year-olds for 6 years. I taught math, science, and communications. And that is, what my background is in. And then after my time in the classroom, I transitioned to the ed tech role that I am now in, where I get to still utilize a lot of my teaching skills when doing webinars like this and working in my role as the community manager of Intel Skills for Innovation. In my role, I get to facilitate webinars like this. I get to help to curate our newsletter and promotional items and our own webinars that we have on the platform, as well as work with our ambassador community, which is an amazing group of educators globally that have come together who are just amazing advocates for the SFI platform. So I still get to be in the education world. It just looks a little bit different. On the screen, that is not only me, but kind of the crew that I see every day. We have my my dog and my cats. Those are our animals. Luca is a Great Pyrenees. She is giant, almost 100 pounds, but she is a gentle giant, an absolute fluff ball. And then our two cats, Miko and Milo. They are brothers and definitely best friends. And then in the last picture, that is my partner, my husband Nathan, and our child Ezra. And I have just dropped him off at school. It is just now 8 o'clock in the morning where we are. So again, so excited to be joining you all today. So that's a little bit of information about professional and just kind of where I come from as an individual to give you a little bit of background on where we are starting from today. Again, at any point, if you have any questions, please go ahead and put those in the chat. Let's see if okay. So the first item that we are going to do is this is called a Mentimeter. So if you've ever done one of these, they're really fun. You can scan this QR code and it's going to take you to a question. I will also put the link in the slide. And then you will be able to link it there as well. But if you have your device there with you, you can go ahead and scan that. And I will
Okay.
put the link in the chat as well.
Yes, sorry for interruption, Margaret.
Go ahead.
But I need to ensure that the chat and the Q&A section are ready to receive any questions or any contribution from your side. As an attendee, I can see that
Okay.
some people are raising their hands. If you have any question or if you would like to contribute, just write in the chat and we can answer your questions instantly. And
Awesome.
also, let me check if we can send this QR code in the chat so you can just press on it.
Okay.
Okay, if you can do it, Margaret, that
There
would be
is
great.
the link. So individuals will be taken to there. If you are, we can see if you can get in. Maybe. Once you have either scanned the QR code or clicked on the link, it will take you to we're thinking my internet's thinking about it. To what do you hope to get out of today's webinar? So it looks like we have some individuals already coming in, innovation and teaching, learn new and innovative teaching skills. You're waiting to know, teaching compatible with AI, help improve class preparation. These are all amazing items. New, how to use ClassLight. Interesting. Okay, maybe Classera can speak a little bit more to that experience. Awesome. Useful to use new teaching strategies. Oh, I gotta scroll because there's so many. Awesome, everyone. Insights and trends, how to manage a classroom better. These are really, really insightful. New teaching strategies. So a lot of new teaching strategies. Learn more about SFI and how to apply it to my teaching strategies. So many teaching strategies. Well, I am glad that you are here because you are in the right place. Creative ways to deal with the students inside the classroom. Okay. Access to more resources, classroom management, more ideas to keep your students' attention. Awesome. Let this stay up. Hey, I will try to bring as many good vibes as possible. Whoever put that in. Even though it's early in the morning for me, I will try to bring the positive vibes. Using AI in teaching to network. Awesome. So these are all amazing things that you all are putting in the chat. And we will be able to address many of these items in our session today. We will be going over not only a lot of different insights into what the Skills for Innovation platform is, but how it can be applied to not only your professional development and you specifically as an educator, but then through our professional development, but also through, how can this then be applied in the classroom through the variety of different starter packs that we have on the platform. So I'm going to see if there are any teaching skills, differences, activity-based learning. These are all really great things. And so many of these, like I'd mentioned, we will be able to cover in our session today. So what I'm going to do now is, I know there may still be a few people putting in some items. That is totally okay. We're going to go ahead and transition back to our slides and kind of get into the nitty-gritty of what is Intel Skills for Innovation. Why am I here talking to you about it today, and how can I help you, achieve your goals of what you are wanting to get out of this session today. So Intel Skills for Innovation and, just looking at the world in general, we are seeing this transformation of jobs and different skill requirements. We have, seen this shift and are continuing to see this shift in the decline of specific job roles and the emergence of very different job roles that are going to now that are now asked for in the workforce, and that we are trending and seeing coming up. So we can see that there are currently 83 million declining roles, and this is change that we are expected to see by 2027. And we're also seeing that there are close to 70 million, emerging roles that are, coming about by 2027. So, what this shows us is there are so many jobs and skills that we are needing to prepare our students for jobs that, may not, some of them may exist, but maybe a lot of them don't even exist yet. So how do we as educators, how do we help to promote this problem solving, this social emotional learning competencies, technology design? We can see the top skills that are listed as, analytical thinking, creative thinking, resilience, flexibility, being able to work well with others, having empathy. So a lot of these items we're seeing in these emerging roles that maybe aren't necessarily being touched on in the classroom right now. So what can we be doing as educators to help prepare our students, not only now, but for the future when they will be entering the workforce? So this is where we had come up with Intel's Skills for Innovation. And the goal of Intel SFI, oops, one too many clicks, is to integrate technology activities into existing curriculum and everyday teaching to help build around these specific skill sets and mindsets. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to take these technologies, AI, computational thinking, coding, and integrate those into curriculum that is already being taught in the classroom. As a former educator, I know that there are already so many things that are being asked of teachers. You know, we wear so many different hats already. And to see, you know, the last slide where there are so many different emerging roles and feeling kind of like, oh, how are we going to prepare our students for these things? And we think, I can't take on yet another thing, you know, another piece of curriculum, another activity to integrate. So at Intel Skills for Innovation, what we have done is we have taken, you know, the curriculum that is already being taught, and we have integrated technology into those activities in the classroom. So it's a little bit of a, you know, a two birds, one stone type of situation. And we've done that through our targeted skill sets and mindsets that you will see here. Going a little bit deeper, any questions thus far? I'm trying to have the chat up to check as we're going through as well. If there's I don't have the Q&A up. I don't have enough screens. I need more screens. I already have two. So I have the chat, but if there's a Q&A, a question in there, I will please let me know and I can get to that one as well.
I can see that there is no questions so far, and for everyone, we no need to write names and everything. There is a question here that says, "Will we get a certificate upon completion of this webinar?" We will. Okay, let me handle this to Margaret. Uh, if there is any certificate that we can acquire out of this professional development, I think Margaret will discuss and demonstrate this. But for this webinar, we will tell you how to acquire certificates after the end of this webinar.
Perfect. And I can speak a little bit more to the specific
Yeah.
certificates and badges that can be acquired on the platform as well here in just a little bit. So looking a little bit deeper into the skill sets and the mindsets, the skill sets you see here are the large circles, and the mindsets are the ones that are smaller. So from this framework, we are, you know, taking this off of the necessary skills that we are seeing in these emerging jobs and the top trends for education. You can see here that there are different colors that are associated with each of the skill sets and then the mindsets that go along with that. That is a really important thing to note when you are on the platform as well. It's something that was definitely intentional. So when you go to look at any of our starter packs, and if you see, you know, the yellow in the bar at top, which I'll show you here in a little bit, you will know that that is linked to social emotional skills. If you see the green, you'll know that that is linked to program and coding and the skill sets and mindsets that go along with that. So that's a really important thing to note when you see the brain and the different colors. You'll also notice that this brain is the one that you see in all of the Intel SFI things. This is the logo that has been created with a lot of thought behind it and how it represents, again, the skill sets and mindsets of the platform. So in creating these skill sets and mindsets, we really wanted to look at the higher order thinking skills. As an educator, you may be familiar with Bloom's taxonomy, right? So the skill sets and mindsets were built based on Bloom's taxonomy. And we know that in Bloom's taxonomy, we start kind of at a lower level and we move all the way up the sliding scale, I guess you could say. We start at the very bottom with just remembering, recalling, defining. I usually say that this is kind of like the being able to like regurgitate something, right? This is, okay, can I answer the multiple choice question correctly? Can I spit out the right information when I am asked a question? And that there is nothing inherently wrong with that, but we want to challenge our students to go from just being able to remember and recall a fact or a concept to being able to, analyze the information and the knowledge that they have, evaluate, assess it, take key findings from it, and also to be able to create from the information that they are learning. What can they then do? Can they design? Can they build? And those are the items that are really being implemented in the starter packs for our students, which is where you're going to see a lot of the project-based learning and the interactive pieces, which a lot of you had put in of the piece of what you're hoping to get out of the session today. I'm going to come back to this one if we have time. So in terms of the Intel SFI platform, there are three main components, and we're going to touch on two of them today with the professional development and the starter packs. Within our professional development, this is a great resource for educators. So our professional development has 4 different levels. These are for our educators to go in and go through content on the platform. These are courses that can be done asynchronously at your own pace to help you become more confident in the classroom when going through these starter packs, when teaching these different technology skills. I know as an educator, when you are trying to implement a new technology or a new skill, if if I don't feel super confident in my preparation or my own knowledge, it can feel a little unnerving to be able and confident to implement that in the classroom. So with our professional development, what the goal is so you as an educator can feel confident in your skills and continuing to grow your knowledge base of technology and the different skill sets and mindsets. So then when you are implementing the starter packs in the classroom, you feel that you are equipped to help your students as well. I know there had been as well in the what you were hoping to get from the session today was about addressing AI. So within our professional development, we actually do have some PD that addresses AI, and it's called artificial intelligence and machine learning. So within our professional development, we do have this specific course that is talking about, engaging asynchronous learning. How can we potentially use AI to bridge that creativity gap, and how can we use it in a way that is positive for our students and not just, I'm going to enter something into Chat GPT so it can spit out answers for me, but how can it be utilized as a tool that is effective for our students and can help enhance their skills. There is also a guide for integrating into the classroom and an introduction to a variety of different AI programs and tools that can be utilized in the classroom. And again, this is all in the in our professional development that is housed on the platform, that is available for anyone on the platform to access. Any thoughts or questions at this point, or anything from the rest of the Coursera team? Are we good to keep moving?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So I talked.
Sorry, Margaret.
Go ahead.
There is a question that just came up. Is
Oh,
it free?
yes. So anyone who is registered on the Intel SFI platform has access to everything that we will be talking about today.
Yep.
So the
And
professional development, go ahead.
yes, and I would like to say that we're going to demonstrate how to access the platform right after we discuss the content and everything.
Yes, I saw I saw another question come in. Can these strategies be applied to very young students, like first grade? Yes, absolutely. So when we talk a little bit more about our starter packs, we will dive into, what is available. But all our starter packs cover grades K, so kindergarten up to 12th grade. So all age ranges. And I can speak a little bit more to that when we get there. But a short answer, yes. So on my screen now, we touched a little bit on the AI professional development that's available, but here what you will see is a breakdown of the 4 different levels that we currently have on the platform for the professional development. The 4 different levels can then be broken down into modules and courses where you can kind of pick and choose, is there something specifically that I want to learn a little bit more about? Okay, maybe I want to, you know, understand a little bit more about critical reasoning and better decision making. I can go in and take that course specifically. Or maybe I want to focus on really honing in on level 2 and completing all of those courses within there. You can bounce around and you can complete anything at your own pace. One level, it's not like a video game where you have to unlock specific levels to get to the next one. You can go through at your own pace on your own time. The great thing um, about the skill sets and mindsets, and maybe the slide is not in here. Where did it go? Maybe it's a little bit later. But with the professional development, the courses, the levels, all of those come with when those are anytime you complete one, there's a certificate and a badge that is generated on your profile. And this is a really great resource for individuals who are I know in the States, we have to have a certain amount of professional development or continuing ed to relicense, to keep our license up, or we have to turn in to show that we're continuing to better ourselves in the classroom. So this is a really great resource, and those badges, certificates, again, are automatically generated upon completion and then can be found on your profile on the SFI platform. Any questions in regards to professional development? And if not, then I will kind of transition into talking about a little bit more about the starter packs as well. Awesome. I don't see anything at this time. All right.
Okay, let me just ask you a question here, Margaret.
Okay.
Is it like courses that we see like a long video or something, or is it presented in a more professional way?
It's not necessarily video. A lot of it is, there are some videos. I would think of it
Yeah.
more as like an online course. So there may be a video to watch, and then you will go in and there'll be maybe a couple of readings to do.
Yes.
Then there a couple of questions to answer. So it's
So
not
it's
just
more,
like a video you have to
yes,
sit and
it's more
watch.
like,
It's interactive. Go
yes,
ahead.
it's more like an interactive, yes, course. That's the thing I would like to highlight. It's an interactive course. We see the community and what the others are contributing with and everything. So
Mhm.
it is like a course and interaction and also an eye-opening
Yes, so
activity.
you get to see, there are some pieces where like you will have to make a discussion post to a forum. So very similar to like if you've ever taken any sort of like online course for university or anything like that, but no grade at the end, of course, and you don't have to pay anything for it. Um,
Great.
and so again, is there a need to register for SFI? We will go through how to access all of that here at the end.
Yep.
Perfect. So going in, kind of transitioning into the starter packs. This is more the pieces that you as an educator then will be able to implement in the classroom, right? This is these are lessons that can be downloaded for free again and have all of the items that you would need to implement the lesson in the classroom. Currently, we have over 100 different starter packs. These range from STEM to humanities, again, K through 12, and are really focused on expanding and honing in on those skill sets and mindsets that I had spoken about earlier. So again, how are the starter, let me click on the right thing. Here we go. How were our starter packs designed? We looked at the skill sets and mindsets, and we intentionally mapped those mindsets and skill sets to the existing curriculum, that is already being taught in a wide variety of countries. So again, looking at these different items, we look at the skill sets and the mindsets. We looked at the education and the subject level. We looked at technology usage and how could we implement things in different grades and levels. Obviously, we didn't want to implement something, that was for a much higher level in like earlier in a first grade classroom. That's not going to be realistic. But then also providing these ready to use materials for our educators and learners to be able to implement with ease and kind of show as a way to get started with these different technologies and getting started with the skill sets and mindsets in the classroom. So talking about the starter pack in theory is great. So what exactly is within each one of these starter packs or lesson plans when it is downloaded? This is an amazing resource. This is something as an educator I wish I definitely would have had. I was my first year as a science teacher. We had just adopted a new curriculum and I was a little bit lost. And so having something like this would have been a great resource. I'm seeing another couple other comments here. So the first item that is in the download is the teacher guide. The teacher guide is what I also like to consider or call a pacing guide. So what you will see on this is, again, point out the colors at the very top. You can, remind yourself that those are correlated to the specific skill sets and mindsets. But you'll also see it's pretty small, but you can see that it gives you, like your key concepts, your educational objectives, your outcomes. What is the real world application to this specific starter pack? How can it be applied to this real world setting, which is a question I know my students were we're always asking is like, how is this, why, how am I ever going to use this? Why should I care about this? And the teacher guide gives you that. It also gives you, what correlates with the in-class slide deck is it gives you the pacing of, okay, how long should you be spending on this section of the lesson? Okay, 5 to 10 minutes is for the first part. How long do we spend on the next session? This amount of time, which is super helpful when you're doing something new for the first time and you're really not quite sure. Having this pacing guide is extremely helpful. The next component is the in-class slide deck. So this is kind of exactly what it says. It is the slide deck that you will get to pull up in your classroom. It has the slides to go through that correlate with the teaching guide. And your teaching guide will have like the questions and the concepts. And this gives, sometimes depending on the starter pack, maybe there are videos, maybe there are, checks for understanding, kind of diving a little bit deeper into the content and the material for your students. And again, these are already completely done when you download. The last piece is our working files. This again comes with the download of the zip file. This has many times supplemental worksheets, extension activities, if there's a specific set of data that's being used. Also, another really important item that is included in the working files for many of the items are beginner's guides. So for instance, if you are, implementing the Scratch software for the first time, and you're maybe a little unsure on how to utilize that, the beginner guide will take you through kind of a step-by-step guide, again, so you as an educator can feel more confident than taking this to your classroom. One last thing to, excuse me, to note with all of the starter pack components is when you download them and they are in a zip file, you can edit them. So that's a really important piece as an educator, because sometimes things are not exactly what you need for your set of students. Maybe you need to tweak it a little bit, or maybe, your standard or your curriculum is just a little bit different. All of these items you can edit to tweak, or maybe add your own spin to make it exactly what you are needing for you in your classroom. One of our ambassadors has done this with one of our AI starter packs, which is in here with, I don't know if it's listed, but it's utilizing ChatGPT. They have a unit where they do inventions, and they took one of our starter packs and took what fit in with what they were doing in their curriculum and put it in there as put the starter pack in as part of the curriculum, which was a really great way to be able to integrate the starter pack in the classroom. I see a question of what should be our major for using this field. I'm not quite sure how to answer that one.
Yeah, I think
If
it's not clear. The question is not clear. So, Miss Asia, if you please clarify question or elaborate more, and please post your questions to the Q&A tab so we can track it all and do not miss any. And I think it's better to keep questions till the end so that we keep the flow and then
Sure.
answer all the questions in case of
That
any
sounds
repeated question as well.
That sounds great. Um, so moving on, as you can see, AI again is one of those big hot topics that not only do a lot of other educators, but some of our educators that are joining us today have questions about, like, how can we be utilizing it? How can it be integrated? So our starter packs, we currently have, I believe, 21 that have activities utilizing AI, which is really fantastic. And these can be utilized from, lower grades up to higher grades as well, which is extremely helpful. And again, this isn't just, typing into like a chat GPT to spit out an answer. This is, some of them are, okay, I'm creating my own chat bot, right? To figure out how, when I enter something, what can it spit out back to me, or using Adobe Photoshop with AI to help generate images and things like that. So really not trying to help educate our students on how we can be utilizing AI in a way that is effective. Again, all of the starter packs are there are over 100 of them, and they can be utilized. They're mapped to a specific grade. So for instance, if we look at our new mixed reality starter packs, which are on the platform, we will see that the starter pack name and the software, you will see right here the grade that it is mapped to. And then obviously the subject and the skill set and mindset as well. Something important to note with all of our starter packs is just because it is mapped to a certain grade doesn't necessarily mean that it has to stay there. A really great example of this is our Coralverse starter pack right here. It is one that one of our ambassadors who covers many different grade levels, she has taken it and she has mapped. So right now we see that it is currently mapped to the middle school level. But because our starter packs, when they're downloaded, you can edit them and make adjustments. They have taken this specific starter pack and they have gone in and they have reworked the content so that it is one that she has implemented in not only middle school, but also high school and elementary. So she has taken one that was mapped to a specific area, downloaded, looked at it, and thought, okay, this is how I can make some adjustments to this to be able to meet all of the different needs of all of the different grade levels. And that is something that is completely, great. Being able to take those items and adapt to the students that you are that are in your care and that you are working to educate and to reach. Again, these are some of our new mixed reality starter packs. These ones are super fun. The Coralverse one is really, really great. The Feel Code Connect is one that features Roblox Studio, which has been a really big hit as well. And this is also has to do with social emotional learning, with being able to empathize and working to again create kind of a chat bot with coding, and how can we within that coding, figuring out how to respond appropriately with empathy and things like that, but also still meeting that core curriculum while integrating the technology into the classroom. We also have some new AI PC starter packs that are on the platform as well. Again, you'll see that these are mapped to middle school, but we are having, we are having groups and educators map these to different grade levels depending on where they are. So it can be utilized in a wide variety of areas. At this point, there are a couple more things that I want to state about the starter packs that I had mentioned earlier. One that I had mentioned, just because it is mapped to a certain grade level does not mean that it has to stay there. That can be adapted and changed. So because we have so many different types of starter packs that cover a wide variety of subject areas, for different subjects, such as, the maths and sciences, those items for the individuals who are looking at how students can improve their math performance, we have specific starter packs that are designed to be implemented in the classroom. So when you are on the platform, you can go in and look and search the specific subject area that you're looking for, and then you will see all of the starter packs that align with that content. Same with if there's a specific type of software that you would want to use, a specific grade level, or a specific mindset or skill set. You can search all of those when you go onto the platform. At this point, I want to go ahead and open it up and see if there are any other questions with our starter packs about starter packs or professional development at this point.
I have a question here. Can it be used offline?
So our starter packs, all of those are downloaded. So anything that is downloaded can be utilized offline. However, the platform is web-based.
We have another question here in chat. Which level of students can we use it for?
Again, this is mapped for, and there are starter packs for individuals K through 12. So any area and a wide variety of subject areas. So not just, like your STEM or math or science, but you also have social emotional learning, your humanities, geography, all that good stuff.
So I think that's all questions so far. So if you guys you have more questions, please make sure that you post it to the Q&A tab.
Awesome. So at this point, I would like to open up another. Actually, I'm gonna see. I want to do this a little bit differently. This is my teacher brain. Can I hand over to show individuals how they can have access to the platform at this point, so that they can kind of see how to get in, and maybe they can have a chance to go in themselves and kind of peek around for just a little bit.
Yes, of course.
Perfect.
Thank you. Okay, just allow me to share my screen and to take you in a quick tour on how to access this great content.
Yes.
As Margaret was saying, it is a free content, but
Mahmoud, can we
yes,
do it please from Classera platform and also from the competition website?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I will do it both ways. This is what I'm going to say. We have it. We can access the content. There's great content through different ways. two ways mainly. If you are a Classera user already and you can access the LMS, which is here as a teacher or educator or anyone that has access to Classera platform. And of course, after enabling this by through the admin and the school admin, uh, we will see the education partners here and the Intel SFI in there. Once I press on Intel SFI, it will redirect me directly with a single sign-on enabled to the platform where I can attend the professional development trainings and also download the starter packs and do everything. So this is a single sign-on through Classera platform. It takes some
Awesome.
time, of course, to authenticate and do everything, but once you log in, you will have the platform as if you have logged directly through the platform itself. Of course,
And
we need to mention and highlight.
can we do the same from ClassLite?
Um, yes, we can do the same actually from ClassLite. If we are a ClassLite user, we can add the same exact thing, education partners, and then Intel SFI. It will redirect me using the same credential to directly see the professional development and the starter pack, which I'm going to present uh, in a minute. So this is how I can access if I already have a Classera user. And we need just to highlight that accessibility to the platform should be through Classera in order to have this free access. Okay.
Awesome.
If
Yeah, while you're still there, I wanted to just kind of show individuals where they can kind of hover around. So if you go to the professional development and
Yeah,
you click there, you'll see the overview as well as all of the levels. But if you go ahead and click on overview, it will take us in to the Learning Center where you will be able to see all of the different levels. If you scroll down, you can also, if needed, you could look at the overview and the syllabus. But if you go ahead, would you just click into level 1 real quick, just so individuals can kind of see what it looks like? Because there were a couple of people that had questions of, is this just a video? What is it? So then you can see here that there are all these different modules. So then if you even click into module 1, just so individuals can see what that looks like, it will take you to maybe, what's thinking?
I think this is a SCORM file.
So then it
Yes.
will take you to the module, and then you can click through the different items. It'll tell you how to use the course, what is in this course, the different activities where you can read through. Maybe there was a video, checks for understanding, some insights. So for individuals who are needing, teaching strategies and things like that, there's a lot of professional development in here that will talk about, different strategies and things like that as well. So that's kind of what the different professional development looks like. And then once that's completed, that's when those badges and templates and certificates are implemented.
Yes, of
If
course.
you can go ahead.
And I can see the certificates after. Can I download the certificates or reshare it after acquiring certificates?
Yes, so then if you go to badges or certificates, right there, you can click those. If you have any badges or certificates, once you complete the courses, they will show up there on the platform. So as you can see,
I have
I don't
no
currently have
certificate.
any, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
This is a demo
what?
account, by the way, but I thought I attended already, but this is a demo account. Yeah. All right.
Perfect.
Uh,
And then if you are,
okay.
I can't
Uh,
find, I'm not seeing, if you go to starter packs,
yes.
um,
The enter starter
then
packs.
if you just click on Intel starter packs, there's a couple of questions, people saying that they're not seeing the
Yeah.
RFI, only seeing the education partners. I don't know if that's On your
What do
end,
you
I
mean?
can't find certificates. The question is, I can't, they keep saying I can't find certificates. Um,
Okay. I believe if you had accessed the platform and attended the course or the track and also finalized everything related to the track, you will get your certificate here. But make sure you have completed all the track if you already had access and
mhm,
started attending something.
yeah. So
Uh,
again, the starter packs, then that's where you can kind of go through and see all of those items. There's still a few questions on how
mhm.
to access through ClassLight and just how
I
to access this in general if
Yes.
you want to
Let
kind
me
of
get
take
back
it
to
from
this
there.
one, and
Sure.
then we can get back to the starter pack and show them how to access and use the starter pack. So we were saying that through Classera and ClassLight platform, both are the same. But first, you need to contact the admin in order to add the partner to this section. If you don't see this section, if you don't see Intel SFI under this section, so this means that we need to activate it first through the admin, and then we will have the access directly through our account on Classera or ClassLight, of course. There is another way also that we can use to access the platform directly without accessing, without using the Classera or the ClassLight if I'm not a Classera user at all. So this is for the external customers mainly. Uh, يعني we prefer that Classera or ClassLight users access from the
Mhm.
platform because it integrates your data and
Yeah.
your information from your school and everything. So this way is to access externally out of the platform. And we have actually at the beginning uh, two things. We might register or log in. If you use log in, you can access also using your Clasera account. If you are not a Clasera account, you can register your information. It will ask you about your name, of course, and email and verify everything. And once you access the platform, you can just hit on login to Intel SFI. It will redirect you to the same platform we have here. And of course, this platform aims to host a future competition on
Mhm.
on its second release. We're going to announce this soon, inshallah. But for now, you can just access the content from here. If we want to join the competition, once we announce the 2025 release, we can access it from here.
Perfect.
This is how we can access the platform both ways. If we use Classera or we have already account on Classera or ClassLight, or
Mhm.
if we would like to register on the platform, of course, we will send you this link in order to be able to access it. Let's get back to the starter pack where
Yes,
we can, yes,
and
go ahead.
and just to clarify, what it sounds like you're saying, because I know there are still some individuals that are saying they have a Classera account, but they can't see it under educational partners. Whoever your school admin is, who basically has control of the account, all they have to do is they have to that your admin of your Classera account has to have Intel SFI activated for your school. So as soon as they do that, it will show up on your Classera. So that's why you may not be seeing it right now. That means your admin has not requested for SFI to be on your Classera. Again, you can go through the alternate way in the meantime if needed, but then contacting whoever your admin is for your school to add that to your Classera is is the way that you're going to have it added to your platform. So that's the step that needs to happen if you're not currently seeing it. But what was just mentioned is the alternate way to access it in the meantime if you're really chomping at the bit and ready to get started.
Awesome. So regarding the starter pack, and in order to see how you can filter and search for a specific maybe grade level or subject or everything. You can just press on refine, and then you can search the grade level, the
Right.
subject, also the mindset, the skill set, the software, and also the platform, and just press on any of them, just
Right.
like this one, the AI role playing,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
you will have all the information related to how to use this starter pack, and also the downloadable files and everything.
Right. And so then if you scroll down, it gives you a little bit of a preview. And yes, then if you click download, you can download in the variety of languages, but it will download that zip file to your computer, and then you'll be able to access all of the materials, the educator guide, the teaching deck, and the additional files. This page is really helpful if you're just not quite sure. It gives you a little bit more information about, hardware requirements. It gives you a little preview into the educator guide as well, so you don't have to go and download the whole thing and then read through it and be like, okay, this isn't what I wanted. Gives you a real quick look into that as well, which is extremely helpful. The last piece I wanted to have you just hover over real quick, if you have a chance, is at the top, the ambassador program. I hadn't had a chance to touch too much on it, but it's the last piece of our of the platform, which is our community, which is what I get to engage with a lot. And the ambassador program is where we have individuals from across the globe engaging and coming together. We get to provide special webinars with different partners like Epic Games, who have helped us create our Fortnite starter pack. And so what we offer here with our ambassador program is an opportunity for individuals on the platform to join. And the way that they can join to become a silver ambassador, that's our first level. To become a silver ambassador is pretty simple. It's, finding a starter pack. If you scroll down, it'll show you the steps. Register on the platform, implement one of the starter packs, the over the 100 that we have. There's an application that you download and fill out. It's just a reflection of, hey, how did implementing this starter pack go? And then submitting your application on the platform. It's a really, really great way to get more involved. We have a lot of great webinars that happen. We've just have sent people to a variety of events and conferences. We're getting ready for a conference coming up in January where we will have some of our ambassadors as well. So it's a great way to get involved, to continue to enhance and grow as an educator, but also just connect with like-minded individuals in a community that is passionate about education and innovation in the classroom. I know we are right at time, so we may not get
Yes.
back to the Mentimeter, which is totally okay. But the question was, which I can leave you with and kind of just think about as, as an educator, what might be the professional develop and or the starter pack that you want to start with? And it may be just, okay, maybe you're not quite even ready for that. Maybe it's like, okay, I want to make sure I can get on the platform and start looking through these items and seeing what could be a good fit for me and my students. Maybe that's your action step or it's, I need to contact my admin so that they can add SFI onto my Classera. So kind of thinking, okay, what is my next action step? Is it, again, contacting my admin? Is it looking through the starter packs? Is it picking a starter pack so that I can then to implement so that I can apply to become an ambassador? So kind of just reflecting really quick as we're wrapping up of what is, for you, because again, it's different for everyone. What is going to be your next step from this information that you have been able to gather today from joining us? And I'm going to kind of
And
hand it back over.
thank you, Margaret. I would like to add also that you can now try to access the platform through the link we have sent. while we're here, and let us know if you have any questions, so we can give them, maybe Margaret, we can give them 1 minute, 2 minutes, just to access or try to access. I think it's easy. You need just to press on register if you don't have a Classera user or a Classlight user. So you would like, maybe you can just register your account and um, tell us if you have any question.
I also put my email, well, why didn't it? I'll put my email in the chat. So if there are any questions, again, I am the community manager. So anything with like the ambassador community and things like that, if you have questions or are not quite sure, please feel free to reach out to me at that email. So if you want to jot that down real quick, you are more than welcome to reach out. I know there are a couple of individuals that are interested in becoming an ambassador, and I am definitely here to help in that process, and am excited to continue to grow our community. So yes, seeing if I'm trying to apply, but I'm not getting an access.
You mean you are trying to register? If you have a Classera account, you can just log in with your Classera account with the link that Mahmoud posted in the chat. If not, it's the registration process is very simple. You just need to add your data and register. That's it. Apply now. This is for the competition. The competition is not open for this year yet. Okay.
Yes.
This we gonna talk about the competition if you allow me. If you Margaret, if you have any other activities to do right now, let's keep going with it, and I will talk about the competition at the end.
Yeah, I don't have any other items at this time. I'm looking at the chat to see people are saying the link doesn't work. I don't know. That's not I don't know.
Okay. Arwa, where are you from? Maybe it's an access issue or something,
Mm,
because I can see that some people have registered already, and also,
mhm.
okay,
Okay, there is question in the QA. I logged in, but I am not sure how to reach the resources or courses. Okay, well, if you logged in the website to the that Mahmoud posted in the chat, simply go to the left side menu. You can find login to Intel SFI, and that's it. You press that link, and it will take you to Intel SFI website, and you are logged in. No need to do anything else. What does code security code mean? What does I'm not sure what you mean, but code security code. I cannot register. Okay, so let's do it. Mahmoud, can you please demonstrate how to register?
yes, of course.
Let's do it.
Let me check. All right, let me share the screen again.
Um, one more thing. If you have a Coursera account, the specific email address, and you are trying to re-register a new account with the same email address, it would not accept. So if you
Yeah.
have a Coursera account, please use your Coursera account to log in with the same credentials. Okay, so
Mhm.
Mahmoud, click on login. Yeah.
Yes. If would like to register from the beginning, so it is simple fields. We need to write the name, first name and last name, whole name, email and phone number, of course, with the country
Full
code.
name again. This is you may see it as a repeated
Yes,
field. It's not repeated. It's because of the
the
certificate.
certificate. Yes, the
So
certificate
the
name.
name as you would like to have it on your certificates. Yeah.
Yes, and also the password, and it should be, of course, a complex password, 8 characters, including letters, numbers, and special characters. Confirm it back the school and district, and also city and country and the job title, and just hit on register. It will go through the process. I have, I have filled many of my emails. I don't have more emails to register, but this is how we can do it. So make sure you fill in all the required information, and it will redirect you once you do. And as Sam said, if you have also a Clasera account,
Coursera or
so
ClassLite, yeah,
yes,
you can
you need
use
just,
it to log
yes, to
in.
log in directly.
Yep,
If you have Sana, if you have a ClassLite account, you might need also to log in, just log in.
just put your email address and password login. That's it. It will allow you to log in.
Okay. Okay. Um, I think
I'm not
some
sure about
people
the
can.
card serial number and card security code issue. Can you please send us more details about this and we can take it offline
Okay.
to fix this issue?
So Sana did something. She registered with another account, but again, we recommend for Clasera and ClassLite users, we recommend to use your account because it's linked to your school, and also when the competition came, this could recognize you and the school, of course, right, Hatem?
Yes, yes.
So we need to make sure we do this the right way in order to get the maximum benefit. You can ignore this one, Sana, and rejoin using your Clasera account. Maybe after enabling, if it's not working with the login, you can contact us. You can contact the admin of the Clasera admin, and also you can make sure that the Intel SFI is enabled in your Clasera. So you can just hit on Intel SFI and it will redirect you. Yes.
Okay.
Maram, again, for anyone who can't access through Clasera or ClassLite, if I can't find the button, so that means that we need to add it for you. How can we add it? We need to contact the admin, the partner success admin, Clasera admin, maybe through the school admin. Just tell them that we need Intel SFI, it's totally free, and we need to add it to access the content and attend the professional development and get certified and also join the competition and everything. This should do it. Okay. Thank you, Sana. No, thank you.
Okay, regarding the question of Ms. Shakila, what are the innovative teaching strategies used in teaching math for all grades? How Coursera can help? Actually, we Coursera, we do create platform, the platform itself, okay, not the content. The content we are talking about here is provided by Intel. The Intel Skills for Innovation program is provided by Intel, and it has a lot of great content that you can utilize. In the starter packs section, you can find a lot of starter packs that very useful for teaching math and that you can use with all grades, I think. Okay, I'm glad that you can see some people uh, are saying they logged in successfully. That's great. So simply again, if you have a Coursera account, you can log in through the Coursera platform under the education partners. If it's not there, please contact your school admin and they will ask the Coursera team to activate it for you. Okay, it's totally for free and just ask for it. It will be activated immediately for you. Otherwise, you can log in through the competition website, the Innovative Teacher competition website that we posted its link here in the chat, and simply log in with your Classera account. And also, if you don't have a Classera account or you are not a Classera user at all, just register an account and you can have access. Okay. As the admin of a school, how can I activate it for teachers? Mr. Abdurrahman, I think you have already an activation supervisor for your school from Classera. Uh, Please contact them, ask them to activate Intel SFI for you, and it will be activated at no cost. It's totally for free. Okay, thanks, it worked. Okay, perfect.
I
That's
just to
great.
confirm, Hussein, for Mr. Abdurrahman, it seems that he is the school admin. Yes. So he might contact the partner success team, the partner success individual who is responsible and following up on the school activation and the services activation.
Okay, great. So let me
Okay.
tell you quickly about the competition. As you can see in the website, the Innovative Teacher competition, it's a competition by Classera and Intel. The first version of this competition was last year, and we are going to have a bigger and better version of this competition for this year for more countries. It was enabled last year for only 4 countries, or sorry, 5 countries, in Saudi, in Egypt, in Jordan, in Pakistan, and Tunisia. Okay, for this year, it will be, and Oman, I think, as well. And for this year, it will be enabled for more countries. The competition is going global, and we have great awards for waiting for you. More details will be revealed soon once we have all the details and all the partners onboarded for this competition. We're gonna announce all the details soon, inshallah, to everyone. Stay tuned for it. This website, if you register there, you can simply use that account to apply for the competition later on. That's why you cannot apply right now. When you press the apply now button, it does not work because the competition is closed and will be open again soon. So as admins, we need to talk with our Classera supervisor. Yes, exactly. You need to talk with your Classera activation or partner success supervisor, and they will enable it for you, SFI. You're welcome. Okay. Uh, any more questions? Perfect. You're welcome. I think we are done for today's webinar. Let's conclude. Margaret, if you have any final thoughts to share with the attendees,
Just
please.
thank you so much for everybody joining. Please again feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and if you're having trouble accessing, I'm sure reach out to the Classera team as well once you have been able to troubleshoot those items. And looking forward to seeing you all are at the next webinar. So thank you so much for joining today. I hope you have um, a great rest of your day. There are more, are there any coming webinars? There are,
Yep.
Yep.
wait, I can't think of the dates off the top of my head. I think the next one's in,
I can do it.
okay,
Just
thank you.
give me yeah.
I was like,
Just
I
it's
don't know. I'm
yes,
like,
yes.
I can't
Uh,
find, thank you.
and next one in uh in
January?
February,
February.
February the 5th, and
Okay,
then we had the third one on the 19th of Feb, then on 16th of April. Those are
awesome.
the upcoming webinars with Margaret and different course, content every time that
Yep.
talks about
Of
using
course.
technology in education. We're going to dig deep in the next session in AI
Yes.
technologies and how to use it in classroom and how to engage the student the same way we use the same mindset the starter pack is created for, right, Margaret?
Yes, exactly. We also, from the Intel SFI side, we do have an upcoming community webinar where you can attend from the SFI side, where you can learn more about the things that are going on with SFI, and we'll take a kind of a deeper dive. We usually focus on a specific starter pack and talk about that content. So that link is right there for you all to register. It is completely free to attend. Um, and hopefully, if you're interested, you can join us for that as well.
That would be great. I encourage you all to
Awesome.
join that webinar. And yeah, I think we are done for today's webinar. We are also arranging for the Arabic speaking attendees and who could not join today. We are planning for an Arabic version of the introduction to SFI webinar, and we're gonna announce details soon. I will say the same in Arabic. آه طيب يعني شكرا لكم جميعا للحضور النهاردة، وأتمنى نكون أفدناكم بأي شيء النهاردة، وإن شاء الله هيكون في ويبينار مماثل باللغة العربية وهنعلن عنه قريب جدا. فانتظرونا، هتلاقوا كل التفاصيل إن شاء الله على السوشيال ميديا تشانلز بتاعت كلاسيرا قريب جدا. Thank you so much. Looking forward to the next webinars. Thank you, my dear colleague Mahmoud,
Thank you, Hassan.
for all what you are doing behind the scene. And looking forward to the next one.
Yes,
Have a great
sure.
rest of the day.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all.
Thank you, Hussam. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're glad we have you here, and we're looking forward for the next one, inshallah. Thank you.